The next morning, Chiagozie and Oluchi went to wake Nnamdi, ready to send him off to the city. They knocked on his door but received no response. "Nnamdi, it is time to get up," Oluchi called out. But there was still no answer. Growing concerned, Chiagozie pushed open the door. "Nnamdi," he said, stepping into the room. He found Nnamdi lying still on the bed, not moving. Panic gripped him as he rushed to his son's side. "Nnamdi, wake up!" Oluchi screamed, wanting to get help. Uchenna and Chinenye, along with several villagers, came rushing over. Tochi, seeing the commotion, pushed his way through the crowd. "Nnamdi!" Tochi cried out, shaking his friend's lifeless body. "Wake up, please!" The village doctor was summoned, but it was too late. Nnamdi was dead. The doctor examined him and with a grief expression turned to Nnamdi's parents. "I'm sorry. I am so sorry," he said softly. "It looks like poison." They were surprised. Chiagozie and Oluchi were inconsolable, their grief echoing through the house. Tochi, heartbroken, couldn't understand how this could have happened. "Who would do this?" Uchenna said, his voice shaking. "Who would hurt Nnamdi?" The villagers began to murmur among themselves, suspicion and fear spreading like wildfire. Chinenye stood in the corner, avoiding eye contact. "Everyone here loved Nnamdi," one villager said. "Why would someone poison him?" As the murmurs grew louder, Tochi's mind raced. He remembered how his mother had acted strangely the night before. A cold suspicion began to form in his heart, but he pushed it away, unable to believe it. "We need to find out who did this," Uchenna said firmly. "We can't let Nnamdi's death go unanswered." Chinenye remained silent, her hands trembling. Tochi glanced at her, a mix of confusion and dread in his eyes. Could it be? No, it couldn't. But the nagging doubt refused to leave him. The village of Anocha was gripped by the mystery of Nnamdi's death. The village elders called for a thorough investigation. People whispered and speculated, but no one knew for certain who had poisoned Nnamdi. Days turned into weeks as the investigation progressed. The village elders questioned everyone who had been at the farewell party, but no clear suspect emerged. Tension rose and trust began to erode among the villagers. One evening, Uchenna confronted Chinenye. "Chinenye, you have been acting strangely ever since Nnamdi's death. Is there something you are not telling me?" Chinenye avoided his gaze, her hands trembling. "No, Uchenna, I don't know anything." But Uchenna was not convinced. "Chinenye, if you know something, you need to speak up. This is tearing the village apart." Chinenye's eyes filled with tears, but she remained silent. The guilt was eating away at her, but she couldn't bring herself to confess. Meanwhile, Tochi was struggling with his own suspicions. He had seen his mother acting oddly the night of the party, but he couldn't bring himself to believe she was able of murder. He decided to talk to the village midwife, Mama Nkechi, hoping she might have some insight. "Mama Nkechi," Tochi began, "I need to ask you something about the night Nnamdi was poisoned." Mama Nkechi looked at him kindly. "What is it, Tochi?" Tochi hesitated. "I remember my mother acting strange that night. Do you think she could have..." Mama Nkechi's face grew serious. "Tochi, your mother has always been a strong-willed woman, but I don't believe she would do such a thing without a reason." "Reason?" Tochi echoed. "What reason could she possibly have?" Mama Nkechi sighed deeply. "There is something I have never told anyone. It is about the night you and Nnamdi were born." Tochi's heart pounded. What do you mean? Mama Nkechi took a deep breath. The night you and Nnamdi were born, there was a mix-up. I accidentally handed the wrong babies to the wrong mothers. Chinenye is actually Nnamdi's biological mother. Tochi stared at her in shock. What? How is that possible? I realized the mistake a few days later, Mama Nkechi admitted, but by then it was too late. The bond between mother and child had already formed. I never told anyone, and I have carried this body with me ever since. Tochi felt a mix of emotions, shock, confusion, and a deep sense of betrayal. We need to tell everyone. This changes everything. That evening, Tochi gathered his parents, Chiagozie, Oluchi, and the village elders at the village square. Mama Nkechi, with tears in her eyes, recounted the story of the mix-up. There is more, Mama Nkechi said, her voice trembling. Chinenye, you must tell them what you did. Chinenye broke down, sobbing uncontrollably. I poisoned Nnamdi. I thought I was doing it because of my jealousy. But I didn't know he was my own son. Whispers filled the square as the truth was told. Chiagozie and Oluchi grieved, compounded by this shocking revelation. You killed your own son? Uchenna said, his voice shaking with anger and sorrow. How could you? Chinenye fell to her knees, crying. I didn't know. Tochi felt a wave of shock. His mother had killed his best friend, who was actually his own son. The condition of the situation was overwhelming. We must deal with this, one of the elders said solemnly. Justice must be served. The village was in commotion. The revelation of the baby mix-up and Chinenye's guilt had shattered the community. People didn't know whom to trust, and families were divided. Tochi confronted his mother that night. How could you do this, Mom? How could you just let jealousy drive you to this? Chinenye, her face stained with tears, looked at him with emotional eyes. I was blinded by my own insecurities. I never imagined. I never thought. You took away someone I loved like a brother, Tochi said, his voice breaking. And now I find out he actually was my brother. Chinenye's cry grew louder. I'm so sorry, Tochi. I will live with the guilt for the rest of my life. Tochi left her, unable to bear the sight of his mother. He wandered the village, lost in thought. His world had turned upside down in a manner of hours. The grief, the betrayal, and the shocking truth weighed heavily on him. The next day, the village elders gathered to decide Chinenye's fate. The village was divided. Some called for her banishment, others for a more lenient punishment, considering the tragic mistake of the baby swap. As the debate raged on, Tochi stood up. I know what my mother did is unforgivable, but she is already living with a punishment worse than any we can give her. She knows she killed her own son. That guilt will never leave her. The elders listened, nodding thoughtfully. One of them spoke. Tochi is right. Chinenye's guilt is a heavy burden. We must find a way to heal as a community and ensure such a mistake never happens again. The decision was made to allow Chinenye to remain in the village, but to live a life of remorse, serving the community in any way she could. She would help the village midwife, ensuring no such mistake would ever occur again. Tochi returned to his parents, feeling a sense of responsibility to support them through this difficult time. As the village of Anocha tried to heal from the devastating revelations, life took on a sober turn. The weight of Nnamdi's death and the shocking truth of the baby swap hung over everyone. Chinenye lived with the crushing guilt of her action. She worked tirelessly, helping Mama Nkechi and serving the community, hoping to atone for her sins. The villager watched her with a mix of pity and resentment. One evening, Tochi sat with his father Uchenna by the river. They both stared at the water, lost in thought. "Dad, do you think we will ever move past this?" Tochi asked quietly. Uchenna sighed. "It will take time, Tochi. What happened was tragic, but we must find a way to forgive and rebuild." Tochi nodded. "I miss Nnamdi every day. He was more than a friend. He was my brother in every way." "Remember that, Tochi," Uchenna said, placing a hand on his shoulder. "Remember the bond you shared. It will help you find strength." Days turned into weeks, and slowly, life began to find a new rhyme. Village elders decided to hold a memorial for Nnamdi, a way for everyone to come together and honor his memory. It was a step towards healing. On the day of the memorial, the village gathered in the square. The large portrait of Nnamdi stood at the center, surrounded by flowers and candles. Chiagozie and Oluchi stood by, their faces lined with grief, but also with a determination to remember their son's legacy. Tochi stepped forward to speak. His voice trembled, but he held his head high. Nnamdi was the best of us. He was kind, intelligent, and hardworking. He inspired me to be better every day. Though he is gone, his spirit will always be with us." Chinenye stood at the back, tears flowing down her face. She knew she had no right to speak, but the weight of her guilt was unbearable. She fell on her knees, crying, "I am sorry. I am so sorry for what I did. I didn't know. I didn't know he was my son." The crowd murmured, some with sympathy, others with anger. Chiagozie and Oluchi approached him. Oluchi knelt beside her, tears in her eyes. "Chinenye, we are all suffering. Nnamdi was our son too, but we must find a way to forgive for his sake." Chinenye looked up, her face filled with pain. "How can you forgive me? I took your son from you." Oluchi's voice was soft but firm. "We forgive you because holding on to hate will only destroy us further. Nnamdi wouldn't want that. He believed in love and friendship." The village was silent, absorbing Oluchi's word. Slowly, one by one, they came forward, placing flowers at Nnamdi's portrait, a symbol of their collective grief and a step forward healing. In the weeks that followed, Tochi worked harder than ever, driven by a desire to honor Nnamdi's memory. With Nnamdi's connections and advice, he finally secured a job in the city. It was a modest start, but it was a chance to rebuild his life. Before leaving for the city, Tochi visited Nnamdi's grave. "I promise to make you proud, brother. I will carry your spirit with me always." Chinenye, still filled with grief, watched her son leave. She knew she would never fully atone for what she had done, but she vowed to live the rest of her life in service to the village, helping others and ensuring that no such tragedy would ever happen again. As time passed and Ocha began to heal, the story of Nnamdi and Tochi became a lesson for the entire village, a reminder of the importance of love, forgiveness, and the destructive power of jealousy and envy. The moral lesson of this story is that harboring jealousy and resentment can lead to unimaginable consequences, but forgiveness and love can pave the way for healing. The bonds of family and friendship are sacred and must be nurtured with care and understanding. And sometimes, even the darkest moments, it is possible to find a path towards redemption and peace. I hope you enjoy my story. Watch out for more amazing and interesting stories.